the music stopped. That's gotta mean something. Oh wait, a boss. This boss is where the game starts pulling out all the stops. Not only do you have the boss's attacks to contend with, but now they start throwing magic fields into the battle arenas. This one will drain your MP, so what I suggest you do is use a quickening right away to make sure your MP gets used. Thankfully, this boss is quite weak. It uses a lot of status ailments, but really, this boss is weak. This is probably the last easy boss in the game. If your entire party gets disabled, you'll want to switch in someone from the backup team to cure them, and then switch back to your regular party. For your status gambits and healing gambits, you're gonna have to change your... If you want to make use of your gambits, you're gonna have to change them to use items instead of magic for this battle. Because of the way this fight is set up, you should probably set your gambit to heal statuses, but you should manually heal damage with your X potions. This is why I recommended you buy X potions. If you need more remedies, you can always go back to Nalbina Fortress and buy them from the roadside item seller. He's not actually in the town, but the one next to the gate crystal. Just set all your gambits up to heal with items instead of magic, and this fight is not hard at all. There, that didn't take long at all. You do about as much damage to that particular enemy as you do regular enemies, but compared to other bosses, Rafflesia has a really low HP count. I think its HP count is like 75,000, which, when you're doing 1,500 damage a swing, really, that is a lot. Rather than continue on, we're going to save our game to recover our MP, and now that we've opened this area up, I would like to demonstrate the best... If it's not the best way to get gil, it's the easiest way to get a lot of gil. You can get about 200,000 gil in 30 minutes. You can do it as soon as you beat that boss, but I don't recommend you do it. You actually use this loop seriously until you get to Giruvegan, because Giruvegan has a gate crystal, and as far away as that place is, That's the closest gate crystal to the Feywood. You just head west in the room with the save crystal, and then follow the path with all these mirror knights. They have several drops. They have, as a common drop, they have Windslicer Pinion, which sells for about 1,200 gil each, and they can drop in multiples after you get your chain level high enough. Wind Crystals are their uncommon drop. They are used in item synthesis, and they sell for about 160 gil each. The rare drop, this isn't even their very rare drop, I believe is an Ares gem. And I have received more than one Ares gem as a drop before. Their rare drop, like their tier 3 drop, is Mirror Mail, and you can get up to 4 of them at a time. And yes, Mirror Mail as in the armor. Usually, after I have 99 Windslicer Pinion, I have between 10 and 20 suits of Mirror Mail, which are going to sell for 4,000 gil a piece. You see, I just got one. I didn't even mean to really collect the item, and I got a suit of Mirror Mail off of a level 1 chain. If you remember from the Panther chaining videos, the Panthers dropped they dropped Warp Motes as their rare. The Mirror Mails are the same rarity, so you get them pretty often. If you zone 2 screens away instead of 3, you can farm High Ethers here as well, but that takes a little bit longer to do. There are chests with High Ethers in them here that if you zone 3 screens away, they'll respawn. Anyway, do not touch that save crystal, because that will reset your chain. Once you've gone in the route I showed you, just zone to the save area, zone to the boss area, and then zone back, and they'll respawn. You keep doing this until you have 99x Windslicer Pinion. However many items you have, you just take those back to Balfenheim or wherever the closest shop is, and come back and do it again, and you get a lot of gil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to level for a while. And we're back. As you can see, we've gotten quite a bit of gil and quite a few levels from this too. You'd be surprised with the embroidered tippets how much experience you can get off of those. You're getting about 5 to 6 times the XP you did from Panthers if you have embroidered tippets on your main party. And also, since the enemies level rise rapidly once you get into this section, because before the boss the enemies were between level 38 and 40, here they're usually 42 to 44. And once you actually get into Giruvegan, it only gets worse.